What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Friday, guys. So, quick update for the 250K challenge in the next 90 days, or next 60 days, we'll call it. We have 77K assigned. We got a 10K assignment yesterday. This one did not come from Newly, though. It actually might have came from Newly, but not directly from me calling from Newly. I got to double check on the lead source for my JV partner, but this one is a JV that we had in Memphis. And basically we got it. It was funny. It was looking like the deal was a dub. Everybody was shitting on it. They were giving us 20K offers. I think we had the contract around 35K. So we ended up getting it assigned yesterday, contingent on a walkthrough. So the guy has 3 more days to go walk it. Hopefully everything goes well. I mean, we disclosed everything going on with it. We have pictures of it. So barring everything goes well, that one will be closed and fun to work with the next couple of weeks. So that's some good news on that end. And we're pushing. We're pushing on a bunch of other deals right now. We have one other one that I'm hoping gets assigned soon. That one is in Irving, just dealing with guys going for the third time today with his partners. And then we have another one in Toledo, Ohio. This one's a JV deal. And we literally just had somebody walk it. So praying to God everything went well. We get that one fucking assigned. And we'll end the week with about I think about 3 assignments this week. So the goal was 5 for the week. Setting a new standard on my team. 5 assignments a week keeps the brokenness away. So that's what we're going to be hitting. And I told them we're going to set the bar there until we hit it every single week consistently. We have the deals for it. We have the team for it. We have the systems for it. We got everything we need for it. So now it's just giving it the time to let it all work. Nelson, how you doing today, my brother?
I am doing great, man, and I love that we're at 77K in assignments. This just goes to show people that are following this journey that if you work the business every day, it starts to snowball, right? So, like, literally, this challenge was going, and it was like 2 weeks of just contracts, and then it's like a week of boom, 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 assignment, and now we're growing the assignments, and then that means if we keep following that trajectory, we went from a few weeks of contracts, a few weeks of assignments, and then we're going to go into a few weeks of closings, right? And then if you don't stop it, it will be a snowball that just goes and grows and stuff like that. So, no, I love it. Joey is showing you guys what it's looking like to be in the business for real. I mean, if you've been watching this or any of the clips, you've heard the calls. You've seen how it goes. He's got some 1 call closes in. He's got some 2 call closes. He got some text message followed up and closings. Like, it just going to show you guys, you just work the business and you will get there. But it's not all like you said yesterday. You don't just do you can't just be jumping around. You can't just be like, all right, you know what? We've been calling people. It's not working. Let's try SMS. So we just tried this and now let's go PPL. Find something, stick with it, watch it grow.
That's it. That's all you got to do, guys. You got to stay consistent, imperfect action every single day. You're gonna fuck shit up. There's gonna be times you say the wrong thing on the phone. You make someone pissed off, and it's just how it goes. But as long as you have the right team in place, the right processes in place, the right sales process in place, most importantly, then you guys could be doing 77K a month, fucking like clockwork. It's just how it goes. But it does take time to build it up, guys. That's another thing I'll say. And last thing I'll say is, out of our closings, out of the assignments, I looked at my business for the last 2 months. We've grossed about 60 grand a month, a little bit over 60 grand, and we've netted 30 grand a month for the last 2 months. And I realized the reason we netted 30 grand was because they were all from JVs. Don't sleep on the JVs, guys. There's other people, when you've been doing this business long enough, there's other people that need your help. And if you have the ability to bring buyers to the table and close deals and you have the right systems for that shit, then you don't even need acquisitions to get deals done. You just need partners that have acquisitions, and you can make money with no money. So I've been proving that my whole career, guys. I never had money to do this shit. Always figured out a way. And just remember, there ain't no lack of resources. There's a lack of resourcefulness. So if you're broke, you're struggling, you're having a hard time getting deals, it's okay. You're good. Just get resourceful. Get on the internet. Get on Facebook. Find people that have deals. Find a way to get buyers for those deals, and you too can get paid. So that's how this shit goes.
You know what? And for people to understand the JV method, right? It's something you need to be good at, and you've got to get great on both ends of the JV, working with the buyers and the sellers and everything. But if you just take a step back and you look at how most businesses work, right? And this could be the horriblest wrong analogy, but if you look at most businesses, Ford makes trucks. They don't necessarily all have Ford car dealerships. They have everybody and their mother has one. And then Ford sells them a car. They go out and they sell the car for Ford. It's a JV. Okay. If you go to any grocery store, all right, General Mills doesn't have General Mills stores. They have Kroger's, HEB, Publix, and everything else where they sell the product for them, right? So they sell it to the store at this price, the store sells it, whatever the case may. Now there's a lot of things that happen in between there, but that's the idea of JVing, right? There's companies who run whole business off of it. So if you get good at it, you can also be the person who has the store that runs all the deals, and they can just say, Joey can just come to you and say, hey, look, we've got 6 deals, we need to move. Boom, that's a great business to be in. You're making great money just knowing how to dispo the deals.
And make sure you guys have your systems in place for it, because that's one thing that happens on the JVing end. There's gonna be a lot of wholesalers that hit you up and they try to make you break the rules. For me, our JV process is completely exclusive. That means even if you sell your deal, we're still getting paid on it because we're putting our time, effort, and resources and money into the deals. So when we do a JV, it's 50-50 split. I don't care if we make $1,000 or $100,000. It's gonna be 50-50 so that we can just sell the deal for what you're supposed to sell it for. Let the buyers decide the market, and then you just fucking push it out there and make your money. And a lot of times people try to hit you with, oh, I need to make this much money on a deal. And I'm like, well, I would love to make this much money on the deal as well, but it's not how it goes, guys. So just don't drop your standards for other people, even if they're your boys, your friends, even if it's your family, whoever it is, guys. You can't drop your standards, because every time I've tried to drop my standards, whether it's going under contract with the seller and changing the terms of my contracts, doing a JV agreement with someone and not having an exclusivity clause in there, just trying to like, yeah, no, I got you. I'll just push it out. I'll put it on investor lift. I got you. I've never closed a deal like that. I've always closed a deal when I have control over it and it's within my scope of work. So the way I look at these stuff, guys, is like, we have a system, I have a process, the way everything works. JV comes into us, it goes through our conveyor belt. If you don't like the conveyor belt that it's going through, you don't have to JV with us. I promise, it's all good. But if you want to go with us, it has to be this way. And I will never deviate away from that anymore, because I know, like, one, we have too many deals on the board at any given time. We don't have a need for deals on a daily basis. And when you're at that point, you can be a little picky and choosy. And two, it's either my way or the highway if you're going to work with us. That's just how it has to be, because I've failed to figure out what works, and this shit fucking works, guys. So that's what I'll leave it at on that end. And let me get on these phones now, guys, and start making some calls. I have a seller from yesterday that I got to call back right now. I was supposed to call her last night. I ended up missing her, but call her right now. And this one is probably going to either be a novation or subject to.
Also, I just dropped you. Hopefully, what could be I haven't taken a look at it at all, but it could be a layup in your private chat.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna call this lady first because I owe her this call, and then I'm gonna call that person. We're gonna get a contract on both of these.
There you go, brother.
Just find your name very quick. Dude, and Instagram is still broken. I don't know why it's not letting me stream. I don't know how to troubleshoot it, but it's all good. We move on.
Man, I don't know what's going on with these things lately, brother. What do you use for your lead list? So we just pull tons of data, man, and then we just call it, brother. So we just pull. We don't have like one place where we just get everything. We just pull from different places and then we call. Corday Johnson, thank you for joining. And guys, the screen.
Thank you, my brother Hyro. Let's get it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not.
We going for that double tap for the 2 time. Nelson, this one. Hey, Danae.
Hello?
Hi, this is Joey calling. We were speaking last night.
Okay, hi Joe. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How's it going today?
Good, thank you. My doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay. Can we schedule a call when you're out then?
Yes, can you give me probably an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a call back when you're good to talk, and if I don't hear from you, I'll just call you. We'll circle back in like an hour, hour and a half.
You got it.
Okay, this is my cell phone, no problem.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
definitely. Take care. So
What were you saying, Joey?
newly leads are cold calls is the question.
Oh, okay, yeah, Rodriguez. So yeah, we have cold calling and we have ads that are coming in, and even the ad ones we're just calling to make sure. So we have leads. Every lead that we put on there, we've warmed up, we've talked to, we've spoken with, make sure they have some interest so that you can call them and do something.
So is it not okay then to say they filled up a form? Is it better to say they called and they spoke to one of your agents? That's what I say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never dictate what someone that we think they did, especially filling out something, because people who need to sell their home, right? They may fill out something, they may have talked to someone 2 weeks ago. They don't know what they're doing, right? They've gone and done a few things. So the best thing I say is, hey, I'm reaching out to you. I think you talked with someone on our team or maybe said something about selling your home. I'm just following up to see if that's still the case. If you get stuck on and I'm not saying you're doing this, Rodriguez, but if you get stuck on the how you got their information part of the conversation, they're going to hang up on you or you're not going anywhere in that call.
I do agree. I feel like that is one part. Like for me, I'm just like you spoke to someone on my marketing team. I just keep it as simple as you physically can because it's like, especially with me having so many different lead sources, I don't know where it came from. All I know is it's a newly one, and it could be a cold call, or it could have talked to someone else. So, like, you talked to someone on my team about selling your house. Are you still looking to sell the house? And just turn the question on them instead of it being on you. I think that's probably the best way to go about it, really.
Bridget, let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Femi, for ad running, would it be best to use Google Ads? Yeah, I mean, you can use Google Ads if you got the budget for it. You just you need to have a budget, and then you need to have it continuous, right? So I would say at least have 5,000 and at least be able to spend that for 3 months, so that you can get ads rolling in. And honestly, ad costs have gone up, so I don't know where you're going to get with the 5. Should I try to still be the middle person? Yeah, you should always. If you work the deal, Bridget, if you talk to them and they want to do something, always work it from that angle. There you go, Rodriguez. Don't even get caught up on that part of the conversation.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Come on, Benny.
Forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying.
All right, guys, give me 2 seconds. I just gotta put this guy in campaign. Let's put the text campaign on. Let's keep these calls going. I just really wish Instagram would freaking work, but I'm good.
That fan be swinging up on that mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all cool. It's like whenever he swings around, it's like whoosh, whoosh.
My bad.
No, you're
Trying
good.
to
You're
cool
good.
in here.
You got to keep it cool, brother. That's the Colombian lifestyle.
This person said no, and then they said if you want to talk, try calling now. But you just said no.
Did the Benny page not pick up?
They didn't pick up. I just sent them into the text campaign.
All right. I got another one that you like the area, but I think the guy is asking too much, but it sounds like he's got like 3 or 4 properties.
Let's see.
12 years. Here, I'll copy and paste it one by one, the conversation.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Dina?
Yes.
Hi, this is Joey. I think you were texting Mary to call. And now, are you looking to sell the property in Augusta?
Hold on, guys. I'll be there.
Okay.
Listen, you're like the 20th person that's called me. I'll just tell you what it is. I don't need your whole spiel and everything. It's going for $97,000. It has a
God,
$23,000
wait,
building on it, which is a Liberty Shed. It's unfinished on the inside. The 7-acre pond. It's in a very nice, quiet neighborhood. It doesn't have any taxes on the property because it gets runoff from the road, from Willis Road. So there are no taxes. It's an 8-acre property, and you can build a house on it. The size of the Liberty Shed, which is unfinished on the inside, finished on the outside, is clapboard with a shingle roof. It's 14 feet by 33 feet. Okay?
Okay. Is it, and it's just vacant?
It's like a perfect setting for, a man cave type of setup, your own fishing pond right in front of the house.
Okay. Is it,
It's very much work.
and it's just vacant land, right?
Yeah, it's the pond, and the land surrounding the pond is 360 degrees. The road surrounding the pond is part of the property.
Okay.
The road is off, on Happy Road. But the pond and the land in front of the pond and behind the pond is Happy Road. And it's all part of the property. Like, it's about 8 acres. And the pond is back. It's a freshwater pond. It's got a seed, and good for fishing.
Got it. Okay. And you said 98,000 is what you're looking for?
Yeah, 97.
97. Okay. Are you negotiable on that number?
Very much. Because I think it's worth a couple years it'll go up for sure. I'm moving out of the area. I'm buying another house, so I would willing to sell it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's 5 minutes from Daniel Field Airport. It's 10 minutes from the hospitals. It's a really beautiful quiet. So whoever gets it is going to get the deal. Because it's, you could finish the Liberty Shed that's on there and have it as a small, it's bigger than a trailer. You cannot build, you can't put a trailer there.
Wait, it's going in. It's coming in really bad right now. Can I call you right back? I think it's just a connection.
Yeah, I'm on an island off the coast of Maine, so it's going to be bad. I'm like 10 miles off the coast of Maine, so
Got it.
there's terrible reception here.
Is it something if?
I'll be back in Georgia next week.
Got it. So is it something if I was able to get you close to what you were asking, we could get a contract going today, or would you have to wait till you're back?
Oh, you can't do anything today. I'm on an island, There's no anything here.
I got you. So what day will you be back next week?
I'll be back next Wednesday, a week from next Wednesday.
Okay, I'm gonna set a call back for next Wednesday, and then I'll see if we can work this out. We might be able to come relatively close to your number.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the island today.
Okay, thanks.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
So that one actually might be a deal, bro.
Damn it, I'm live on TikTok and I have all these people in here and I keep on forgetting if you make like exit out of Streamlabs, it kills it. Yeah, the Tacoma one. Did you see that one with James?
I'm about to look at. Let me just set a reminder to call this lady back, and then I'm gonna.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good. It seems like he's high on the asking price, but it seems like it's three duplexes in Tacoma, Washington, and it might be an opportunity for seller finance in there, depending on what's actually going down.
I'm down.
I mean, you're the closer, brother. You'll figure it out.
Nah, I don't know how to close. Closing. What does that mean?
All right. Yeah. I accidentally closed out my Streamlab, guys. That's why it went down. So let me see. There we go. All right. I accidentally closed out the Streamlab screen and that closed me out, Corday. So I'm back.
Hold up. Okay. Oh, for 3 properties though in Tacoma. Okay, so this one is. Let me do the side-by-side screens really quick. There we go. Make my life fucking easier.
I had my boy that's running our AI system. I was like, dude, where are all the leads? And he's like, I'm putting them in. It was putting them in the sheet in the wrong area. So we literally have like 170 AI phone call leads that we have that came in, but I got to put my VA on them to start just making sure they're good to go. So I'll start dripping some of those into you as well.
Feed the boy. I'm hungry.
And now I can no longer close deals, Warren, so I give them to Joey.
It's actually exactly what it is. What time is it in Washington? 10?
Washington?
9,
Yeah, I think they're an hour, so you're
8:47.
probably looking at 11:47 there. Are you the founder of Newly? Yes, sir. I own Newly.
8:47. Hey, James.
Who's calling?
This is Joey. You were speaking with one of our agents yesterday about your property in Tacoma, or property is?
Okay.
Yeah, you're looking to sell the one on 8th Ave, and then I think there were 2 others. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and how much are you looking to get for all 3?
Well, I'm gonna be listing them for 1.45.
1.45 is that's where you're gonna throw it up on the market?
They're not on the market yet, but I'm not ready to sign the papers because I'm comfortable on it so much.
Okay, if we could get you an offer that made you happy, would you be ready to start the process with us today? If you didn't have to go through realtors?
Yeah, make me an offer. It's right there.
Perfect. Are you the only one on the deed for this, or is there any?
Yeah, they got, if you want to make, if I'm gonna make an offer, you know, I get these calls 24/7, I'm tired of them.
Okay.
I get these calls all the time, so if you want to make an offer, simple, just make an offer, we can negotiate from there.
No, I'm going to make you an offer by the end of the call. I just need to know a little bit more about the property. Once I have everything I need, then I will be able to get you an offer on this call. So basically, the way my process works, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about them. Then I'll get you an offer. If you're good with everything on that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We're going to put everything together on the agreement. And then as long as you're good with everything, we'll sign it, send it over to title. We'll represent you as the seller, us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date you're choosing to receive the money, which obviously title would be sending, and that would come via wire transfer or certified. So let's start with the one on EPAB. It was like I see no HVAC. How's like the foundation structure of that one?
They're all been maintained and they're all fine.
Okay, so structure's good. How was the roof?
12 years old, 10 or 12 years old. I did them all at the same time.
When was that?
10 or 12 years old, I did them all at the same time.
12 years old. Okay, so everything got done the same time. What about mechanicals? Like electrical, plumbing, HVAC?
All fine.
Do you know the age of them though? Like, was it ever rewired on the houses? Replumbed?
I don't know. I mean, they all got breaker panels though, but, you know, I couldn't tell you if there's any, yeah.
Okay, how long have you owned these?
Quite a while.
Okay, because I know that.
I got multiple properties left, so.
Understood. They're obviously the wiring though. That's not original to 1912 when the house was built, right? Like it has had to have been updated since.
No. It comes to be all breaker panels and it's reality or rewired.
Got it.
That building was rewired.
Okay, but since you've owned these, like you never rewired them. It probably was before you bought it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably about 20 years old. Okay. And then foundation's good. What is there HVAC in there?
No, they're all just electric.
Okay, like window units?
Huh?
For the AC, is it like window units or there's central air?
No, there's no AC in it.
Okay. Okay. And public water and sewer?
Yep, on all of them.
Okay. And none of them are in homeowners associations, right?
No.
Okay. So the one on 8th Ave, that's a
They're all
two.
on 8th Avenue.
Okay. So I guess 10220. That one's just a single family. It's a 2-bed, 1-bath?
No, it's 3 bedroom, 1 bath, carport, 1,400 square feet.
14. So did you do an addition there?
No, that's the way I bought it.
Okay. For some reason, on one of them seeing.
Yeah, I hear you. It says it on the county records, but I'm not going to go down there and tell them it's bigger, so I pay more taxes. So probably been that way since probably in the 50s, I guess.
Got it. But it's 3 legal bedrooms right now.
That's the
Okay.
I think the guy that I bought him from the guy I knew. So.
Understood. And then on the inside of the one on 10 or the 110-220, does that one need like kitchen, bathrooms, floors, paint, or what does that look like?
I mean, the rails. I mean, I don't know what you want to. If you want to remodel them and put copper gutters on them and a gold toilet, it's up to you, right? They're just rails.
I'm just trying to get an idea of what's going on the inside. Like, I guess, has the kitchens been updated on these, or it's just like rental ready for everything?
It's rental ready. If you want to upgrade, I don't know what you're going to do. If you're going to flip them, I would upgrade them.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of where I would look at it. If I was going to flip them, I don't know what you're doing with them.
We'd either flip them or rent them. It all just depends on the deal.
Right. Here's the reason why I'm selling all 3 of them together is because they don't probably like touch in a
You said they all touch?
Yeah, I will copyright touch it when it falls.
Got it.
I never got around to developing them. I got some other could use the money for there.
That makes sense. Okay. So are you going to be taking, I guess, the money from this sale, throwing it into other investments?
Yeah, I got another state investment I got going on.
Where's that at?
Well, it's out of state.
I
I
got.
don't understand why you want to know what I'm doing.
I'm just curious. I invest in like 10 different states, so I'm always curious of where people I'm talking to are doing deals, doing business, all that stuff.
I got a big chunk of land I own in New Mexico.
Oh, in New Mexico. Okay. Oh yeah, I love that. One of my friends lives in I can never think of the town. I think it's Ludwig or something like that. But okay, cool. I haven't done anything in New Mexico though myself. So you're basically going to develop on that land, so that's kind of why you're selling these?
Yep.
Got it. So you're going to need the money then from the sale of these. Okay.
Well, I don't need the money. It's just, I'm not going to be, even if I don't sell, I just have to put them on copy managers because I got stuff on all that.
Got it. Are they all occupied or they're all vacant right now?
I got two occupied, and the other one are vacant because I'm getting ready to list them.
Okay. Which ones are the occupied ones?
10220 10214.
Okay. And what are they on month-to-month leases or on long-term leases?
Yeah, month to month.
Okay. What are they paying?
The 10220 paying $27.50. They
Okay.
just moved out a couple days ago, and I don't know which address is which on the 214, 216. What do you got for square footage?
Let me pull it up. The 214, I have 2,200, and then the 216, I have 1,100.
Okay, the 214 is a duplex,
Okay.
and one side of it's vacant. I just had them move out. The other side's paying $19.50 right now.
Okay, one's paying $19.50, and the other one just moved out.
That side's vacant.
Okay.
And I believe my rent's low over there.
You said your rent's low over there for what we probably could get?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm low because that lady's been there probably like 12 years.
Okay, and what was the other side rented for?
Well, that was somewhere on the same price. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Okay.
They're identical. They have garages. They have large garages.
Okay.
Master with a walk-in closet.
Okay.
They're kind of townhouse style.
Townhouse style for the duplexes?
Yeah, and the two ones in the other house was a 1-6. Same floor plan.
Okay. Well, give me about a minute. I'm just going to run some numbers here. I guess before I put you on hold, what would be the number if you didn't have to pay the commissions, list it, and go through that process if we could just work it out together?
I know what I'm going to list it for. If you want to make me an offer, make me an offer.
Okay.
So, if I like it, we'll take it. If we don't, we can negotiate.
Okay. Well, give me about a minute then. Let me just run my numbers really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one, he's
And
definitely.
like I said, there's land to develop there too. So, gotta take that into a little consideration too.
What land can
Take
we
an aerial
develop
shot-
there?
Take an aerial shot, you'll see that there's a big vacant, it's all level, I had it graded.
Got it. You know, I'm looking at it right now. Okay. Just give me about a minute, James.
Yeah,
Okay. So on the single family, I probably want to be around 250, 260 on the first one. Alright. On the duplex, there haven't been any duplexes sold here.
Let's see.
Damn, 2 duplexes sold for $649. Let me see. Okay, so this duplex is probably worth about $590 on the back end.
Does he have 3 duplexes? Was that right?
No, he has a duplex and 2 singles.
Oh, okay. A duplex and 2 singles.
Yeah, but this one sold that was a duplex for $590. So I'm thinking it's probably be $250, $350, and he's asking like $460 a piece. I mean, this is one of those we're probably not going to get this done, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
probably going to offer him. I think the single family I'd be comfortable around $250 as a cash offer, and then the duplex probably about $500K for the single family, and then on the duplexes. The single family, he literally, they have it at $360. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna be around $250 on that one. Now, let me just get the other 2 really quick. This other one. I mean, they're all in the same area, same square footage. It's probably gonna be $500K, and then I could probably do like $400K for the duplex, which would be $900,000 total.
1.4 to 900. I mean, you're not that far off.
Not too bad. Okay, you still there?
yeah,
Perfect. So what I'm looking at on my end, I think the duplex obviously is going to be worth a little bit more. The single families, they're probably worth honestly about $450 fully fixed up. I think that's like the most that they would be. Zillow has them at around $350. I think it probably could go a little bit higher. Saw some better comps. So we could do this fully as is, where if it comes to the tenants, we'll take it with the tenants. If not, we'll take it vacant. We won't have to put any work into these or anything like that. We'd be coming in around $850 to $875 for the entire package.
yeah, okay, sorry you wasted your time.
Got you. I mean, what do you think the best you'd be willing to take would, if it's straight cash, would be?
It doesn't matter if it's cash, check, or gold. Unless you're gonna give me gold.
Well, if I did it in gold, what would that price be? Would that be $900 then?
No, I don't, yeah, hey, but I'm gonna put it on the market. I don't want to do this. I get these calls and, you know, a lot of people watch these midnight infomercials.
What do you mean by that?
So, well, you know, I started about 20 years ago in midnight infomercials. Everybody wants to be a real estate tycoon.
I guess.
You know what I'm talking about? You've seen them.
I've definitely seen them, but for
Who's
me,
watching midnight infomercials these days?
that's all the data, not the infomercials, and it's just the prices.
Yeah.
These houses, I know we could use them as rentals. I mean, I could definitely cash flow on it, but it's just if I bought it for,
I definitely cash flow on them too, but
you know, definitely. It's just if anyone buys them for 1.4 million or 1.45 that you'd be asking, unless it's an end buyer that's buying it to live in it, we'd be losing money the day we closed on them because it's like I couldn't even take one. I couldn't pull my money out of it. I'd be overpaying for the two singles. The duplex is the only one I'd probably get somewhat of a deal on. And then if I want to pull my money out of it, I'd still be left with a lot of money in because the whole thing wouldn't appraise for 1.45. That's just kind of the issue that I'm in. Like on the back end, fully fixed up in light, but we'd have to put some money in to obviously do that.
well, it probably cost you like just to build them today. It probably cost you like 175, 18 just to build them.
Definitely, not just to build them, but there's buildings there, and unfortunately, the comps in the area they just wouldn't support that. You know, like the ones that are selling for 450, they're done to the nines. I'd probably have to do a full gut on all of them to get it up to those numbers, kind of thing. And that's just kind of what we're looking at.
Yeah, well, that's fine because you're not considering taking the land and the result of the land. So
Yeah, I'm not a developer, unfortunately. I
no, I
just,
hear you. I hear you. I mean, if you can get places for 200 grand a unit, it's a good deal today.
yeah. All I know is the land would not be worth 400 grand. The dirt itself. The dirt's probably worth about 50 to 100 max in an area like this.
Okay, well, I guess I'm good. You're good. Thanks for giving me the call.
I appreciate your time today, James.
Yeah,
You take care, brother.
yeah.
He's in the clouds. He's with my wife in El Cielo. He's in heaven right now. Fortunately, we're just not there with him.
What did you say, Joey?
I said he's in the clouds right now.
No, yeah, you just put him on a follow up and see if he changes his mind one day.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I was on another call when you were calling in.
That's okay.
Yes. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna pull up the file and then I'll go over everything with you.
Yeah.
Just 2 seconds, sorry. Okay.
Nick? And thanks for getting back because, if you stand to your word, if even if it don't work for us, we don't know the answer, but at least the fact that you call back, that speaks volume. That
Definitely. No, I apologize. I know I was gonna call you guys back last night, and I looked at the time, and my wife was looking at me kind of crazy, so I had to go to bed. Honestly, but today we're good to go, and I think we're gonna figure out a ways, one way or another, to get this figured out for you. Whether I gotta refer you to one of my realtors or we get it done myself right now.
Okay.
We just gotta figure out what's gonna be the best solution for you guys, and then we will take it from there. So let me just look at. Do you have by chance a copy of your mortgage statement? Like if you could, do you have like the mortgage app by chance?
I don't have the mortgage app. Okay. I don't.
Do you have like a most recent copy or like as recent as you can get me, just that shows like what's the balance, what's the arrear amount, what's the monthly payment, the whole nine?
Yeah. Let me think hard.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
get, I do have the mortgage number, monthly payment, the balance. As far as I'm concerned, the last time I think it was for last month. I don't have an updated one, but it says 392 or 398, one of that.
And this
That's what
is
we're showing.
what is the? I guess is the balance 370, and it's about 20 grand in arrears, or how back are you guys right now?
Yeah, well, what happened is that my husband had lost his job in June,
Got it.
and then he got work in September. Now we made our first mortgage payment, and then we called them to make the payment to bring the account current. So that was May, June, July, August, September. They wouldn't take the payment. They want all the money. So we asked them if we could do a payment plan, and they just didn't work with us at all. It's Shell Point. And so from there we called the VA. Then the VA told us there is a vast program coming out in next year, and that was last year conversation. And the VA said that we're qualified for the VAST program where they're going to reduce the interest rate and they're going to roll back the mortgage payment. So in the meantime, because we're in this, or we can do a modification. Well, eventually that comes back, and they told us the VAST program was going to be in January. When the VAST program come in, we went to someone who told us, we went back to Shell Point, and Shell Point said they can't do nothing for us. So I found on the internet a third party who worked with to get a loan modification or the FAST program, because our voice was not being heard at that time.
Got it.
Essentially, that's going back and forth, and this is where the time is going. So at this point in time, we're in a situation where we paid someone just to get this from going into foreclosure, or to just to modify the interest rate, or put a payment plan in place to roll over so that we can get it home and then we can decide to part with it. So that's where we are right now with that.
Okay, because I just need basically looking at the numbers. I think listing this might not even be an option right now, because just looking at all the comps in the area, it's most likely going to be going somewhere around where you paid for it, and that's kind of the issue that we're in right now. It's just figuring out what's going to be the best way to get this done, because if we can't sell it for what you paid for it, I think the only other way to do this would physically be to just take over the payments on that mortgage, and then just figure out, hopefully, if we can work out a loan modification with the bank. I think you guys said you already started that process. Then I can 100% get this done, because then I would just have to pay the closing costs. So
The thing is that I'll tell you, there is equity in the house, for sure. If you pull the house up, there is equity in the house. Now, we're aware of the comps and all of that stuff. But the house has built equity, because the house is in good condition as well. Now, we're at that point where we're not looking to make money in this house. We're just looking to part ways with the house. That's what we're looking for.
yes,
So again, it's and we're at that point where you can understand our frustration in our situation, because everywhere we go and everybody you talk to, they give you yes to that, and then when it's 1 month passed, 2 month passed, 3 month passed, and then you come back with a different story. This is the challenge where we have, like, the person who is working, what they did, the last update we got 2 weeks ago, where they said that they give us 7 months and they distribute the arrears into 7 months, so the monthly payment is high, and then we will go back on track. But the question is, 7 months for you to pay these arrears, it doesn't make sense. We didn't agree with them. So that's where we are right now.
So I think we just need to figure out with the bank if they'd be willing to just because with the loan mod they'll throw it on the back of the loan. So like you owe 370 plus 20K in arrears. There's a way where if we work with the bank, they can just throw that on the back of the loan. It doesn't always go through.
And that's what we were hoping for. That's what we were hoping for, is to put the arrears back of the loan and make the monthly payment higher. We were fine. It was okay, and then I would have reset and then put it on the market. But the fact that they just distributed to 7 months. So imagine 7 months. It was not acceptable.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. So I think the way that we can get this done is I would basically, I need the mortgage statement. I am going to need that just so I can see I need the solid numbers. I need to know exactly what everything's at, the whole nine. Once I know that, what I think the way we're going to do this is we're going to set up an agreement that basically we take over the payments on the mortgage. And we will basically, if I can get it on the loan mod, if I can renegotiate with the bank and figure out a way for them to throw it on the back, we'll do that. If not, we'll bring the mortgage current and then just take the mortgage would stay in your guys' names. The title would go into our name. We've done this for many other people that are in this exact situation. We've actually done it with VA loans as well. So it is very common. And essentially, you would not have to deal with making the mortgage payments anymore. We would be purchasing the house from you guys. The only
And
thing.
how long would we keep the mortgage in our name?
Typically, we set it up into a trust, and it goes for the entirety of the mortgage until the entire thing's paid off. And then the goal for us is when interest rates go back down, hopefully in the next couple of years, we would refinance it into a more favorable mortgage in our name at that point. But typically, the way we do the contract is it would just be for the entirety of the mortgage. We would set up a trust. That way you guys are fully protected on that end. We would also set up a debt servicing company, which basically would withdraw the money out of our account once a month, every month, so you know the payments are getting done. And then typically we would also just leave some money in an escrow account. God forbid something happens, we miss a payment, the title company physically would wire the money directly to the mortgage company so the mortgage doesn't go more delinquent. And that's typically how we would do the deal.
Okay, so that's how we would, but we're tying up our name in this mortgage.
Yes, that's the only negative. But at the end of the day, as long as we do it together, obviously you got to get to know me a little bit more to go into a deal like this. But the more you get to know me, you'll see we do everything above board. I'm even going to explain to you exactly how I'm going to make money on this to make this work for me, because it obviously has to work for both of us. I can't just pay a mortgage and take it over and not make anything on it. I wouldn't own a business anymore at that point.
Right.
But as long as I'm able to accomplish what I need to, which is basically going to be, I'm going to wrap this to somebody else. I'm going to find a family that wants to go live here. I'm probably going to list this on the MLS. And once I find,
there's a tenant there, though.
Yes, that I'm aware about. We just have to figure out the terms with the tenant. So what's their lease? Is it an annual lease right now, or are they month to month?
It's 18 months, and they moved in February or March.
Wow. So they're on an 18-month lease.
Yes.
Jeez. That's going to be the hard part then that we have to work out then, because if they're on an 18-month.
Well, the thing is that if it helps, I can make a deal with them and pay for a relocation to get them out.
That might be the way we do this then, because their lease is too low for what your mortgage is.
Right.
So we are going to need to figure out a way to get them out. If you'd be willing.
So I'm willing to meet each other halfway. The only thing is, if we can keep the mortgage in our name, if we have to keep our mortgage in our name for 1 year, 2 years, I'm okay. But for the life of the loan, for me to tie up our name on a mortgage, that means that we would never able to go get something for ourselves. So we're done for life there. I mean, my husband is 65 years old, and tie up ourselves on a mortgage for for the life of the loan. That doesn't make sense.
So essentially, we've worked with people where you are able to get a mortgage. Usually, you just have to wait about a year. And obviously, if we'd be tying it up for longer than a year, you'd be good. The reason that this helps is it actually helps your DTI because they see the debt servicing companies paying the mortgage, everything's current. And then as long as if you're looking to invest in
But
Raleigh,
your income ratio becomes high because if you're having a mortgage under your name and you're responsible for that mortgage and then you need to do something for yourself, then your debt income ratio is high because you're tapped into your mortgage. He doesn't make that much money. He's retired. He gets a pension check and then his salary is just $55,000 a year. So we don't have, if you take that money out, then they clear, because if you go to get a mortgage or loan, buy a car or anything like that, the first question they ask you, what's your rent? What's your mortgage? And then they want to know how much is it. They take that and they subtract it from your income right there. So it left you with very little. So, as much as, I would want this deal or it would be beneficial, tying ourselves up into a mortgage, I don't feel comfortable with that.
okay, I think we would just have to detail out. It's just 2 years. I don't know if it's going to appraise in 2 years that we're going to be able to refinance out. We could do something where basically the second that it does appraise, we could refinance you guys out of it, and then it wouldn't be
Right,
for
and
the
then
entire
another
lifetime.
thing is that what if you guys choose not to pay the mortgage and left us in the mess?
That
You know what I mean?
that's
Now,
why we
I
set up the debt
understand.
servicing company, and that's why we make sure we leave money in escrow too, because
Okay, and
basically,
then, let me ask you another question here. Again, as I said, but is there an incentive, if we give you the house, take the house, just bring it current. Just, if you're an investor, you want it, we'll give it to you. Just release us from all of the burden.
yeah, the only thing we couldn't do would be release you from the mortgage. That's the issue, because even if the loan's assumable, the way to go through that process, it's too much red tape, and it usually doesn't get approved. Like we would own the house at this point. You guys would no longer own the house.
Right.
The only thing that's in place is the mortgage would stay in place in your name.
Exactly. So you would own the house while I pay the mortgage.
No, you wouldn't pay the mortgage at all. No. The mortgage payment is responsible to us. This is called the subject to. We would take the deed subject to the existing mortgage, which means we wouldn't have a fully clean title. The lien on the house would be the mortgage still, and then we essentially would be taking over all the payments. We would usually the way we do it, we leave the money in the escrow account so that usually about 3 to 6 months of payments would get left in there. And then if we end up missing any payments, which we never do, the goal for us is never to miss a payment. The only reason we would be like world's ending, something crazy is happening. If we didn't, as long as we're not missing payments, the mortgage is getting paid by us the entire time.
Okay, and what is the recourse on this? Let's say if mortgage is in our name, title is in your name, what happened there? If there is a problem, is there anything in writing as a commitment where you guys are responsible
Yes.
to pay the mortgage?
Yes, it would usually be a promissory note that would say that we would be responsible for paying the mortgage.
Okay.
And everything goes through attorneys and everything too to get this done. Like we do everything very above board for a deal like this.
Well, the thing is that if the mortgage comes paid, if the mortgage it becomes current,
Yeah.
and you could always refinance at a lower interest rate if the interest rate drop, then that can make a difference. And again, the house does have equity. It's just we just want nothing to do with this house.
No, I get it. Trust me, I completely get it. That's why I think we could work this out. I just need the documentation from you, and I could get everything figured out for this for you guys.
Okay, so what documentation are you looking for?
Just your most recent mortgage statement. That's all I'm gonna
Most recent mortgage
need.
statement. And then in terms of, I have a management company that manages the property, which I pay them $175 a month for a year contract. They're easy. At least we can buy them out. That part is good. It's the tenant we wanted to get out there. So I mean, we probably could offer them a relocation, see cost where I would like to be fair, I will absorb the cost of that.
That's fine. No, I think that's very fair, and then we'll absorb the cost of figuring out the arrears, and then I think we can work together to get this closed. And all I'm gonna need to do is we're obviously we gotta figure out the tenant. I'm gonna throw it up on the open market once we get the contracts in place. And then the second I find someone that we're good to do this with, and we will basically close. I'm essentially gonna be finding an end buyer that's gonna wanna live here. They're gonna make a down payment to bring the mortgage out of arrears. And then I'll probably be basically wrapping it to them for a little bit higher of an interest rate than we have the deal with you, or than your interest rate is. And that's basically how this would get done.
And then what, it's just that I have to convince my husband regarding the life of the loan situation. If I know that there is a cap on it, if we have to even do it for 3 years, I will be okay. But going on to that, I don't know. I mean, this man is gonna lose his mind. But
I get it. I'll have the conversation with him too. Once I have all my numbers together, we could go over the entire deal. And then I think, I mean, I'll help you convince him to get this done just so that we can get this stuff working for you guys. Because that's the biggest thing is just make sure we alleviate the stress, make sure you don't have to keep paying $1,000 a month for this tenant to live here. And then I think we should do
but
it.
this is the part though. I mean, if there is, okay, I know with the VA, the program that they have, and I think that's coming up the pipeline next week. It's coming to the point where they have a program that we can give them the key, and I don't know what program they called it, and they take over the house. And then we're not obligated for the mortgage, and we will be released from it all. And if we don't get the loan modification, that was the direction that he was going into, to say, all right, fine, just give them the keys, and we don't care, let them take it from there. So, I understand 1 year, 2 year, willing to go 3 years, that's 36 months, it's like a car payment, a lease car payment, fine. But going for the life of the loan, that is a little bit risky.
No, I get it. I think we'll figure out a way that it makes sense for everybody. As long as I can refinance it out, I'll get it done, and we could do it that way. And then we'll just put an appraisal contingency in there in case it doesn't appraise. I can't refinance it. Then we wait another year or 2 years until we can, and then we do it that way. And I'm pretty positive. I'm not a mortgage broker. I'm not an attorney. I'm not any of that. But I'm pretty positive it wouldn't affect your guys' DTI because the way that we set it up with the debt servicing company, when they see that loan's physically being serviced every single month, usually it won't affect it. It's just a waiting period to get another mortgage about a year. So we should be good, but we'll figure it out one way or another. If this is the best solution, we'll do it. If it's not, we'll see what else we could do to help you guys.
Okay. Right. Let me get let me see. Maybe I can call them to get an updated number. Is that what we do? I can call them to get
Yeah, you could call them, or if you have, there has to be, even if you don't have the mortgage app, if you go to the mortgage company website, as long as you have a login with them, there should be able to way to access it virtually without having to physically call them because they usually have to order to pay off.
Oh, I see.
And that could take like a week or two sometimes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, so
All right.
you could just try to go through the website, do it that way, get it sent over as soon as you can, and then we'll get it going from there.
Okay. The mortgage payment was with another company, and then it was brought out. All right. Let me just do some research, and then I will get back to you. In the meantime, if I do anything, I'll let you know as well. Okay?
Perfect.
I'm gonna do the. Let me see if I can call it myself.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your help.
Definitely, and I'll circle back Monday if I don't hear from you by then.
You got it. All right. Thanks.
Thank you. You take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's how it goes, guys. We'll see what we can do. I hope I can help that lady out. She's obviously going through it. So I'm gonna make a reminder to call her Monday, put her in the follow-ups. Like this is gonna be a hard one just because her monthly payment's high, they're in arrears, like she's in a pretty shitty situation right now. Wait 2 seconds, let me just respond to a text. Alright, let's get it. But this person said he could talk now.
Hello?
Hey, Michael?
Yeah.
I believe Mary was texting you about your property in Birmingham?
Yeah.
Okay, you're looking to sell the one on 17th Ave South right now?
Sure.
How much you looking to get?
50.
50. It's a vacant lot, right?
The city has a reception, 75,000.
Wait, say that again?
The city has a reception, 75,000.
Got it. Okay, if I got you an offer that made you happy, are you ready to start the process on it today?
Sure.
Okay. And are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else that have to be here for a call like this? Just you, beautiful. Okay. So the way my process works, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about the land, and then I'll get you an offer on this call. If you're good with everything in that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over it together. And then as long as you're good with everything in the agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to a title company. They'll protect you as a seller, us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date of your choosing to receive the money. And title would be sending that via wire transfer or certified check. Would that be good? So where are you seeing that the city has it at 50 or 75K? I'm seeing 10,480 as of 2024.
Last tax bill I got, there was a value with that, but that you're taxing me on 10,000.
Yeah, I'm seeing on the tax roll is 10,480 as of 2024. So,
the net value, 52,400.
got it. And you're seeing that on the taxes.
Yep.
Okay, or are you seeing Zillow? You're saying 52,400.
No, this is on my tax bill that they sent me. Yeah, assessed value that they taxed me on 10,480, but it says net value $52,400.
That's strange. Okay, it's a 6,400 square foot lot, right?
It is, I think it's 42 by 1.5, which you're allowed to build 55 foot tall. We can put an apartment building on there. So,
It's zone multifamily?
no, but there's an apartment complex right behind it, and the mayor there, like, is rezoning anything to revitalize the city.
Got it. And on this parcel, is it cleared already, or is there like trees, anything like that on it?
There used to be a house there. It was demoed at some point.
Got it. Are the utilities there still?
I mean, they're at the street. It's a city lot. Like, this is in the city properly, so all the utilities are at the street.
Got it. So the hookups are there, we just have to get it reconnected.
Pretty much, yep. I mean, you put a meter on the house, we're going to drop the line. The line's right above the street. And city water is on the street, too.
Okay. And then basically put up a multifamily here. Has there ever been any like environmental tests, anything like that on here?
No. But I do know the house next to it is like a triplex.
Got
Like,
it.
it's not a registered triplex. Like, it's still zoned multifamily, but it's a triplex. There's two people in the basement and one person upstairs. And then the house next to it is an Airbnb house.
Understood. Okay. How quickly would you be looking to close if we could come to terms on numbers here?
I mean, however fast it takes on their end, they get to get paperwork. Like, if you're doing all the paperwork and paying the closing and everything.
Typically, it would be about 30 to 60 days for us, just depending on what's going on with the title and just how long the town takes to get back to us. Just make sure we could build on here.
Yeah.
And how negotiable are you on off the 50?
I mean, I bought it literally to either build on or to sell for value so I can build on my property out here. So I'm not necessarily looking to unload it or I think for what I'm looking to do.
Got it. Why are you not building on this then?
I live in Colorado and I have a lot out here.
Where in Colorado are you?
I currently live in Iowa Ranch, but my lot is in Iowa Springs.
Okay. So you're gonna just sell this one and then build out there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're an investor yourself too?
I mean, I bought this as an investment. So I bought this from like this property was reclaimed by the city over taxes.
So would I get a clean title then?
They titled it already. Like originally when I had it, it was under Southside Properties Incorporated. I paid the taxes for X amount of years and they changed it. But they were trying to promote, like they're trying to promote turnover in the city. So the company that originally had it is also completely defunct. Went defunct in like 91, and almost all of the people who are in that company are dead.
Jeez, I have one like that right now. What company was it that owned it before you said?
Southside Properties Incorporated.
I wonder if the deal I have is the same company. So how long did the quiet title take for you?
So it was just part of like an initiative that the city of Birmingham was doing, and like after you paid taxes for 3 years, they did it for you. And like on the fourth tax bill that they sent me, they went from Southside Properties Incorporated to my name.
So you didn't even have to go to court or do anything?
No.
Jeez.
So like I said, the city is trying to like really turn over everything.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, we have one in Birmingham right now that we have to basically, we're going through the same exact thing. And we can't, like, I'm trying to close on it with a clean title, and that's just been the issue right now.
And then who was the previous owner?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me pull up the address really quick. My transaction coordinator's handling this one for me, but let me pull it up and find it. So if there's a city program to do it, this guy's owned it for 20 years since the tax sale, and they're still giving us issues on the title.
Really?
Yeah, it was BD Assets Holding LCL.
I got is that company still around or something?
No, they're freaking. One of the owners is dead, and the other one we can't track down.
So it might have been the fact that he's had it for 20 years, because like when this one was bought, it was like during that initiative that they were trying to like change the city, you know what I mean? So like it should be a really good basis for whoever's trying to collect value to be like, look, you put this program in place to do this, why won't you do it for this one?
So maybe just go to the city and ask them to do it instead of trying to go through the courts, essentially.
Yeah, essentially, I would think.
Okay. That might be the way to do it then, because we've been going for like 4 weeks now, trying to chase these people down, and we're at the end of the road, and I want to close on this one. So,
Where in Birmingham is it? What's the address?
this one's on Woodward Road,
Woodward Road.
928 Woodward Road.
Hold on a second, let me grab my phone so I can see what area of town that's in. Because like my mom lives up there. I know the area very well. I've been going there my whole life.
So yeah, you probably know way better than I do.
Woodward Road.
Yeah.
That's in Midfield.
Say it again?
In Midfield.
Yeah. It's 928 Woodward Road is the address.
Not the best area of town.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, this is a cheap deal.
But that's not, so mine's in City of Birmingham proper. I think you're still in Jefferson County. So like, mine is in the actual city limits, and the mayor of the city is trying to like redo the city, and like UAB's gotten bigger, the college, it's walking distance to the school in here in my office. A lot of people who rent their houses there, there's a lot of quad flexes. Like, there's a lot of quad flexes downtown. That's the most common thing to do with these lots is when you acquire them and put like a quad flex. Like, you might have a city view, because only 16th Avenue, 17th Avenue, and 18th Avenue have a city view.
Wow. Okay.
No, that's why I'm not too flexible on my price, because like honestly, my dad's also a contractor and I've been remodeling. Like if I wanted to, I could just build something, like a spec home, and sell it and make money that way. So like, somebody wants to buy it from me, cool, I'll sell it, but like I'm not really that negotiable because I know what value it has to me, even if I just build on it, or build on it and rent it out.
No, that makes sense. I mean, if I'm gonna get this done, I think honestly I don't think we could do 50. I probably could do like 35 to 40K net in your pocket.
Can you give me a number and call me back when I'm gonna think about it?
What would you have to think about for this?
Well, I mean, I don't make right decisions, and my mom does live in Birmingham, and she has to, I mean, it's just a personal thing from that side, but like, me and her may build on that, so I want to talk to her first.
Got it. So I guess, do you think it's something we can get a decision on today?
She's not that fast to decisions at all, especially when it comes to money. So, but she has 5 years to decide what to do with the money. And me and her thought about putting something there. The minimum income. So, like I wouldn't want to like, one, I don't want to talk to her. I can't guarantee that if I call her right now, she's even going to be available. She's retired and she's prepared to give it to my hand. And so, yeah, like, there's variables. So,
Okay.
but, I mean, if you give me a number, I'll give you a call back and consider your offer.
Perfect. I'll shoot you a text with my cell phone number, and then let me know if we can make it work. I think 40 is honestly my high. Like I think that's probably the highest I really could do for this. But I don't think we'd have any issue getting you 40 in your pocket.
And what? Definitely consider that. And then, like I said, I don't make right decisions.
I get it.
I'd like to, yeah. Shoot me your contact info, and then I will reach out to my mom at least Friday to hopefully land and have any doctor appointments today. After her, and then I'll definitely reach back out to you.
Perfect. Yeah, and just keep me posted. And if I don't hear from you, I'll just circle back on Monday or something.
That sounds good.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Well, I appreciate your time today, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me a shot.
Definitely. Definitely. You have a great rest of your day, man.
Hey,
I take care, Michael. Bye.
okay.
I think that one might turn into a contract. I'm not too keen on land right now. We've been getting our ass kicked on land, but this is definitely a better part of when he said 50K, I was like, 50K for a lot in Birmingham. What is he smoking? But then I looked at it a little bit further and he might actually be right. So let's go. One of my sellers just texted me a fucking lead. When you do good business follows, guys. Don't forget that. All right, I'm gonna put this guy for a follow up on Monday. I'm gonna text my cell phone number. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go to this. Pull this one up, guys. Well, we're gonna get some shit done today. Holy shit, this is a shit box on a shit box. What, 40K for the shit box? No shot. No cash comps. Here's a couple cash comps. Coffeeville, where the fuck is this? Codex and this Codex. Hey, Jesse.
Hello?
Hey, is this Jesse?
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Hello? We're gonna try calling him again. Hey, Jesse? Could you hear me now? Hey, are you able to hear me? Okay, I'm gonna try calling in from my cell phone.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
This is Greg.
Hey, Craig, this is Joey. I think you were texting Mary about your property in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you're looking to sell the one on Highland Ave.
Yeah, I think technically the thing is Harrison, but, yeah, you look it up on like map or whatever. That's the address that gave you.
Okay,
Real address, yeah.
it's 434 Highland.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, what type of?
Like oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna ask what type of property is it? Is it like a mobile here?
It is bare land.
Oh, it's just vacant land.
Yeah, and it's got it's actually been split into 7 lots.
Oh wow. Okay. Got it. Got it. How much are you looking to get for that?
Probably like 260 for the 7. I guess there's an 8 lots for like water drainage. But yeah, 260 for all of it.
So 260 for 7 lots, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, how big is each lot now?
I'd have to look. I don't remember how big they are. I know it's 1.85 acres total.
Okay, 1.85 acres. Give me 2 seconds.
1.85. Yep.
Did you get utilities and everything put there?
Yeah, the utilities are down the street a little bit. I'm not planning on getting there before I sell. So that's I guess that was the question.
Are the utility hookups already in there?
There are not utilities there yet, no.
Okay. Okay. Understood. And what can I build on here?
We were planning to build duplexes. I think there are 4 in the zoning.
It's R4, so what is that? You can build up to 4 units there?
Yes, yeah. But there were some parking issues. Like you have to have enough parking spots or whatever. So that's why we decided. That's why we were planning duplexes. But yeah, got to 4 plexes.
Understood. Understood. Okay. Okay. And what? I guess how quickly are you looking to get this done? If we could come to terms on numbers.
I guess whenever we're ready to go with it. It's just kind of sitting there.
Okay. And what's the reason you guys aren't building on this? Was this just like an entitlement deal for you?
Yeah, we moved. We opened up another business. So we're just kind of moving on to other things.
Got it. Were you guys investing in real estate for a while?
Yeah, we had another property that we sold, and so we bought this and divided it up into the lots and stuff. But then just didn't really want to finance it to move forward, basically.
Got it. Okay, so you're just selling this, so you could just move on to other projects, basically.
Yeah, because we paid for this outright,
That makes
and
sense.
so yeah.
Okay. Okay. And is there negotiation room on the price for this?
Probably not much. I think it's pretty decent price for someone that wants to take on a project that size.
Okay. Okay. Well, give me. And are you the only one on the deed, I'm sorry? Is there anyone else that would have to be here for an offer?
Is there anyone else that what?
That's on the deed of these, or is it just you?
My wife's on it as well.
Okay. Would she have to be like? Are you making the decision, or she has to be involved in this as well?
Yeah, we do. She'll be part of it, but yeah, we're working together on it. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Wait, give me about a minute. Let me just run some quick numbers, and I'll be right back with you. I'm just gonna place you on a brief hold.
Okay.
2 seconds. All right, guys. I gotta take a look at these because I mean, there's one that's listed right now. This is a non-disclosure state, so it's kind of hard to find comps. But there's one that they're selling for freaking $445. So I mean, like basically 45 grand should be somewhere around what I can pay for it. He's asking 37 grand. $348 is what a 2020 build went for. Okay. Okay, you still there, Greg? Okay, perfect. So what I'm looking at on my end, there's a couple high comps that they're not sold yet. There's like a couple guys trying to sell some new builds right now for about 445. If that closes at that number, that's obviously going to be a win for us. But so far, the only thing that's new construction that's sold for around 335. I think that was like the highest new build that's really sold. So basically, we could get this done all cash. I could probably close in about 30 to 60 days, just depending how quick title gets cleared and what's going on with the town. Like, we would just have to go talk to them, just make sure we can put up what we would want to put up there, essentially. And then as long as all checks out, we'd be good to go that way. In terms of numbers, I think you're asking around 37 a lot. We probably could be coming in around 20 to 25 a lot.
Just like 175-ish.
Yes, exactly. About 175 on the dot. That's probably exactly where you'd be coming in at for you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit lower than I wanted to come for. So let me think about this. Do you need lot numbers? Like, would that make it easier to look at, or does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, if we get a deal done, then 100% I'm gonna need all that because it's all gonna be separate contracts because they're separate parcels. But like just from the square footage, everything you're saying and what I think we could build, I think 25 should be a pretty solid number for both of us, honestly, to get this done.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to go that low.
Okay. I mean, if we could do this where obviously you don't have to pay any fees, like we could work out a straight net number. How close to that do you think you could get?
If we did do what? No fee?
No fees, like there's no commissions with us. We'll cover all the closing costs on everything. So essentially, whatever number we agree, you would just be getting a check for that at closing, unless there's any liens.
Okay. I probably need to talk to my wife about it and see kind of where we want to be, what we need.
Okay, have you guys discussed bottom line yet? Have you guys discussed like bottom line yet, like bottom number that you guys would be willing to accept?
Yeah, but we had it at 250. So
You're about 75 off there.
I guess we had it at 240 was the number, which puts it at like still around 34 a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really where we wanted to be.
Understood. I guess, is there a way you could talk to her and I could circle back in a little bit and see if we can work this out today?
Yeah, I can talk to her. I don't think we really want to go below the 240, but I'll talk to her. And yeah, if you want to circle back in a couple hours.
Okay. Just let me know, because if obviously with us there's no commissions or fees. I think even if you went to go list this, it's probably gonna go somewhere around there, and then you'd obviously have to pay the commissions. With us, it's just a clean number.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, I'll talk to her and we'll figure it out.
Perfect. And I'll circle back later this afternoon then.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Greg. You take care, brother. I'm gonna put a reminder to call this guy on my phone. Let's go. We might be getting an assignment signed. Let's get it, guys. All right, let's call this guy back in like 2 hours. Almost for 3. I'd have to probably do it around 13. Definitely not AM. Guys, don't be afraid to shoot low. Instead of coming up, me in the past, I would have like tried to make it work at 35. Technically, I could sell it at 50, but I want to make sure we're getting a good deal here, guys, for a lot. And That's how we got to do it. I don't want to sit on deals anymore. Tired of it.
Hello.
Hey, is this Jesse?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jesse, this is Joey calling. You were speaking with Mary about your property in Chicago.
No, I think I think it's stuff like that. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I tried calling you. I couldn't hear you. I heard you. I don't think you could hear me, but it's all good. We're here now. It's all that matters. Yes, sir. So, how much are you looking to get for the property on West Cullerton Street?
Oh well, I don't better than mine, but somebody's interested. I can let it up to 16.
250?
250.
250. Okay. Okay. And if I could get you an offer that made you happy, would you be ready to start the process today on this?
Well, yeah, I currently rented. It's the maximum basis.
Beautiful. No, we wouldn't close today. I got a clear title still, but usually we could close in about 30 to 60 days. So whether we want the tenant or not, we can figure that out as we get to closing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, perfect. And are you the only one on the deed, or is there anyone else that would have to be here for a call like this?
No, I'm the owner. Yeah.
Beautiful. Makes it nice and easy. Okay. So really quick, the way that my process works, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions about the property, and then I'll be getting you an offer on this call. If you're good with everything on that offer, I'll send you over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. As long as we're both good with everything in the agreement, we'll sign it, send it over to a title company. They'll obviously protect you as the seller and us as the buyers. And then we'll just pick a closing date of your choosing to receive the money, and title would send that via wire transfer or certified check, whichever you prefer. Sounds good?
Okay.
Okay. So tell me about the condition of the property. How's like the foundation and structure of it?
It's in fair condition. I'm currently doing little things there and there. Because like I say, it's rented right now.
Got you.
I'm currently getting $1,000 a month, on the property. And right now, as of now, I have like three bedrooms, and I have three bedrooms, because I'm finishing one up in the attic, because what I'm planning to do in the attic is do a master bedroom. Okay, I just finished fixing up a leak that was on a portion of the roof, so it was totally replaced. We put a brand new roof, not in the whole house, but I would say at least probably almost half of the property. That's where the leak was originating. So we put a new roof on it just a few days ago.
Oh, so it's a brand new roof.
Yeah. So I'm doing little things here and there, because I don't have listed in the real estate, but if somebody comes in with a good offer, I let it go. But
we could do business.
I Yeah, I mean, I'm not in a desperate need to sell it.
So you wouldn't give it to me for $1, is what you're saying?
Yeah. So if I get to let it go, the reason why I put it out there, just the word out there, that is available if somebody's interested.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't happen, I just continue to do whatever I'm doing on it, and when the time comes,
That makes
somebody comes
sense.
with the right offer, is there, and I'll continue to do my investments because I do investments here and there, so
Okay.
that's my goal.
I love it. I love investing. That's my favorite place to be. So,
Yeah.
do you just invest in real estate, or you invest in other stuff too?
No, just in real estate. I have currently, the house that I live, I have done a lot of stuff to it. I have put in a lot of money in that here because I live here, so I have to be comfortable.
Definitely.
So when I get to sell it, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna get a real nice offer, because I have done quite a bit of work on it already, and it's also in a good neighborhood, so.
I hope we could get you a good offer on it. And then
Yeah. No, because currently right now I have gotten quite a few people that want to buy it, but I don't want to buy. I don't want to sell it right now. Right now I've been getting offers like $350 and stuff like that, but and I know if I stay here for a little more time, I'll be able to sell it for far more than that. So.
okay. And what's the age of the mechanicals there? Like, how old's the AC there, the electrical, and the plumbing?
Well, the plumbing is all copper. Okay, the plumbing is all copper. I have an AC and DC. It's not that new, but it's working very good and it's working properly. So,
Do you know the age by chance?
yeah,
Do you have any idea what the age might be of it?
it's I don't know, but I think it's like maybe between 10 to 15 years old, something like that.
Okay. What about the electrical wiring?
That also not that old. I put on the new lines. I would say probably about 10 years ago. Yes, about
11 years ago?
10, 11. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you rewired the whole house?
Yeah, they circuit breakers. Well, we replaced the old wiring, and we put new wires on
Good.
the lines,
And then what about AC?
The AC?
Yes.
Oh, the air conditioning, you mean?
Yes.
No, I get somebody to the air condition for me, but it's like I say, it's like about 11 years old.
Okay. And it's public.
It was okay. It was good.
And it's public water and public sewer, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. And what time frame could we close in? 30, 60 days, that would be good for you?
Yeah, it's like I say, my current agreement with renters is that it's on a month-to-month basis. So.
Okay. And how have the tenants been for you?
It's okay.
Got it. Just okay?
So far, everything's okay. Yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And they pay on time, everything like that?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And what about on the inside of the house? Is it like, have you done the floors, kitchen, bathrooms?
Well, I have it's tile floors, and on the first floor. On the attic, I have carpet, but because I'm gonna give him a little painting, and then I'm just gonna replace him, put him back in there.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay. And is there any room for negotiation on the price?
To be honest with you, I consider, that the buyers pay for the closing costs and all this stuff, and it's a cash deal. I'm willing to let it go for 220. That's the bottom line. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I know time is a very precious thing. So
Absolutely. So 220 would be bottom line then.
yeah.
Okay. And I guess last question, if I could get you a good number, is it something you'd be open to payments on too?
On payments.
Yes, sir.
No, it's gotta be a whole
Okay.
thing. What I mean, the whole thing.
Okay.
If you give me the money, I'll give you the house, stuff like that.
I love it. Okay. Okay. And what do you typically invest in? I know you said real estate. Is it just buy and holds for you? You flip? What's your strategy?
Currently I'm working on a deal on a house in the border with Mexico,
It's in Mexico?
Huh?
You said in Mexico?
Yeah,
What part?
in Mexicali.
Mexicali?
Yeah, it's Baja.
Ah, is that by what is it called?
It's
Like
a border with California.
okay.
Yeah, it's a border town.
It's not by Sinaloa, then that would be way more south,
Oh,
right?
no. Mexicali is border with California, Mexico, and it's also the capital city of the state of Baja California.
Ah, okay. Are you originally from Mexico, or what? I guess by Mexico.
Yeah, I was born in Mexico. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Do you like go back there a lot? It sounds like then.
Well, every year I go at least once, twice a year.
Got you. Is most of your family up in the States now, or everyone's still down there?
Well, yeah, my family's a special.
I hear you.
I have a lot of family in California. I have a lot of family here in Chicago. I have family in Philadelphia, Texas, you name it.
Everywhere. I love it though.
They're all spread out.
I hear that. Because I'm going to Sinaloa in probably a couple of months. We're going to visit some of our friends over there. I live in.
I have heard about it because I know a lot of people, especially like in Baja, in the northern portion of Baja, is a lot of the people that live in there, they're from all over Mexico, like they're all over from all different states in Mexico, parts of Mexico, but mainly there's a lot of people from Sinaloa, Sonora, Durango, Jalisco, Michoacan, so it's like a huge flat.
Oh, it is. It's gigantic over there. Yeah, I'm excited to go because I heard we're going to Culiacan. I watched a show that the lady was from there, and that was like a narco show. And then I live in Colombia myself now, so I'm down here full time.
Oh, I guess came back from Colombia a few months ago. I was in Medellin.
Of course, that's where I live.
Medellin is beautiful, man. I really love it.
It is. It is so nice here, bro.
And super cheap.
I pay $900 a month for my apartment. I live in Envigado, and I have this view of the entire city.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's more quiet down here. All the gringos go to they go to Poblado and Morelos and all that stuff. And we'll go out there, but it's just too touristy for me now.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed Medellin and just around really nice. Yeah.
Did you do Guatapé and like all that stuff?
Well, we did places around.
Comuna 13?
Yeah,
It's crazy over there.
yeah.
Yeah, we've gone. We'll like go all the way up to the end of it and go like up into the little neighborhood. Sometimes it's like it's crazy up there.
Oh man, the motorcycle traffic is out. I mean, it's so crazy, it's wild, man. It's like
Yeah, try driving in it. Like every time I'm driving, if we go to North Medellin, like by El Centro, and then like past there, sometimes when we go out of the city, you have to take the highway to go that way. It is like both sides of you. There's like 100 motorcycles on each side, and it's like I try to change lanes, and they're just driving in the middle of the freaking lane. And it's like,
yeah, it's wild.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy over here. I think they have more motorcycles in Colombia than like most South American countries I've heard. It's like it is insane, and the accidents too are crazy. I literally seen one like a couple weeks ago right next to our car, and I was like, my wife wanted to get a motorcycle. I was like, there's no way we are ever getting a bike at this point.
No, I mean, I've been driven to crazy places, but I was too tempted to drive around over there. Just Uber. Because I mean, it's so cheap. I mean, you don't even have to drive to go anywhere, really, you know.
Yeah.
Uber is so fast and so cheap, and you know, it was very reliable.
No, it is. We Uber. I don't have a car here. I Uber everywhere. The only time I rent a car is if I'm leaving Medellin and we're going to like Rio Negro, Guatapé, like any of the places out. If you will do it, but it's
The only place that I rent the car is when I go to Mexico or when I go to California. I rent the car. I mean, because I know the areas and stuff like that. And it's not very familiar, right? So,
oh yeah. No, when you're going to South America, you gotta be careful where you're driving sometimes too. You never know. Especially in Colombia, there could be a roadblock and you're screwed.
yeah, I would drive with it, but I said, same reason.
No, definitely. Definitely.
All
Okay.
right, well,
Give me-
I'm gonna do that in the tour, and I don't know, you need to know there are more questions.
I think I have everything I need. Can you just give me 1 minute? I'm just gonna place you on a brief hold, and then I'll tell you exactly where I could be for a cash offer. I think we might be coming pretty close.
Okay.
Okay, just give me 2 seconds, brother.
Sure.
Guys, so there's a comp that sold for freaking 275 down the street, and then there's single families in this neighborhood that are going for like there's one. I gotta see if this was a duplex or a single. It sold for 450. Yeah. Was this? Nah, this was a duplex. This guy's cool though. Okay. Yeah, a lot sold for 195 over here. Okay, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm looking at on my end, it's kind of hard to find some comps over here, but I think on the back end, your house is probably going to be worth around 300 to maybe like 325, fully fixed up. And obviously, you've done a bunch of work here. I mean, I really don't think we're going to have to do too much work. The only thing I would say is I'm probably going to want it with the tenant out, just because they're only paying $1,000 a month, and it's just
No, I mean, I don't have, I don't have any doubt that they have the mastermind on that basis.
yeah.
So I'm using that, you know, because with the money that I'm getting, I'm getting covered with the mortgage. I cover the mortgage, whatever is left, I just cover, you know, buy stuff here and there. It's complete evaluation of the property, and, you know, basically that's what it is, you know.
Definitely. So what I'm thinking we could do in terms of a cash offer, we could do about a 30 to 60 day close. I know it's not something you like, you don't need to sell it, but obviously if you get a good offer, it's something I'm sure we could work the numbers out on. I think we could get this done probably around 200 to 210,000 cash.
It will be a little low for me. It will be a little low for me. I wouldn't be able to let it go for that kind of money. If you want to come around, maybe later, you know, so like I say, I'm doing little updates on the property, and maybe I'm very fine, you know, maybe we can negotiate, but like I say, you know, I cannot afford to let it go this time, to be honest with you.
So if we could do, basically it's 220 or no deal.
Yeah, I mean that's the bottom line of that, you know.
Okay.
I'll be continuing, like I say, whatever about that, and I'm pretty sure, you know. So come around, you know.
If I could do the 220, is that something you'd sign on today? If we could close, I'd say we'll put a 60-day closing on the contract just so I could have enough time to do everything we
If
got
we
to
do
get the money.
220, we do 220 today. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, give me 1 minute, brother. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just double check. I don't want to promise it and have to come back on price.
No. It's fine.
Just bear with me. So guys, there's a cash comp that sold at 275. So I don't think we're gonna sell this for 275, but I think we could sell it for 230, 240, probably 240. So I'm gonna put down 220 on here. 6-day closing. Just get another purchase agreement. Okay. You still there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We're good to go with the 220. What's your email really quick?
It's Jesse Cervantes, JES.
Sorry, I realized I was muted, guys. We have the contract sent out to him. Just waiting for him to pull it up right now.
Is she ready?
You have it up on your end?
Yeah, I'm here. I did that.
Okay.
I could go around everywhere. Said, yeah.
The suspense. Jordan getting contract signed via text message right now. I see you, kid.
This call is no longer being recorded.
He was recording me. You still there, Jose?
Yeah, I'm still, yeah.
Okay. Were you able to get it open? His name's Jesus, not Jose. So guys, I'm just waiting on him to open up the contract so we could go over it. We won't get it done. Paciencia, guys. Paciencia. Let's play the weird background music while we wait. Let's do the. Feeding the ducks. Let's see what this is. Okay. Sounds like I'm supposed to start freestyling right now, guys. That ain't happening today. Let's see where it runs. Yeah, this is not it, guys. Put in the comments what markets you guys are in, where you guys are out of, where you're doing deals out of. Never know, we might be able to do some deals together. I am nationwide.
Hemos ayudado a miles de familias en todo el país con un
Any second now, guys, he's gonna come back. We gonna get this shit signed. One more minute and then interject again. We'll get this signed. Are you able to get it open, brother?
I'm here. Okay. Okay, I already got it. I received it.
Okay, you just gotta click review document and then just a check mark and continue to open up the actual document.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm on the road right now, so when I get a chance, I'll open it up and I'll review it. Okay.
Okay, there's no way we could just go over it together really quick?
I'm driving, dude. If I don't talk about it, I can go ahead.
Wait, say it again, I'm sorry?
Huh?
Say that one more time, I'm sorry?
I say I'm driving, but I listen to you.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll go over it line by line with you, just so you know everything that's in here.
Okay.
Okay, so the first part is this agreement's made on today's date by and between Jesus Cervantes, hereinafter called the seller, and Dedicated Property Solutions, that's my company, hereinafter called the buyer. Description of the premises, seller agrees to sell buyer the property located at, and then your address, 2648 West Cullerton, and then the legal description is right under there. So basically, right under that, it just says description includes any fixtures, window, floor coverings, built-in appliances, shades, blinds, window and door screens, awnings, outdoor plants, trees, and other permanently attached items now on premises. So that's just describing the property. Then under that's the purchase price. Seller agrees to convey the property to the buyer for the sum of $220,000. And then the following terms are applicable to this contract. Number 2, the terms. So for number 1, the closing costs should be paid in the following fashion: buyer to pay for warranty deed, closing fee, and title insurance, and then seller to pay for any costs required to provide clear title, back taxes, or liens. So basically, if there's any mortgages on the properties, liens, anything like that, that's the only thing that would get taken out of the 220. The rest is fully net in your pocket, and then we cover.
You know, whatever the needs, obviously, it will be all clear out. You know what I mean? Because I will take care of automatically. I will take care of that.
Exactly. That just comes out of the 220.
I'll give you a quick side of what you need.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then.
All right.
And then any taxes owed would be appropriately prorated between parties at closing. So basically, let's say that you paid for the full year of taxes, you would get a prorated amount at closing.
Yeah, the taxes are already being paid off because I have insurance and I have property taxes that all been taken out of the mortgage. So, you know, because I don't like to fool around with that stuff, you know, like, and to be public practice. So.
Don't want to deal with, trust me, I don't like having any headaches either.
Yeah, I mean, I went through that one time. You know, I forgot to send the bill one time, and I learned my lesson. I said, hell no, that's not happening.
You learned your lesson real quick with that.
I pay the mortgage and let them take care of that, and you know, then I don't have to worry about those things. So those are very important things. But insurance and property taxes, forget it. You know, especially here in Illinois, you know, like somebody buys your property taxes, you're done.
You're done,
Yeah.
and it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. No, we make sure we stay on track of that stuff too. That's like the most important part. Be
Yeah.
surprised how many people don't though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then number 3, closing to be set as soon as possible for all parties, no later than 60 days from fully executed contract date, and then seller grants any extension needed to clear title or complete closing documentation. So the goal is to close 30 days or less, but obviously we'll figure, like, don't tell the tenant anything until I know we're 100% good to close. We're still gonna just send our partners there, everything, walk it. Once we go through our whole process, we know we're good, then we'll schedule the closing around the tenant, everything like that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll communicate the whole time, obviously. And then for number 4, property sold as is with no warranties implied or stated from the seller. So that means we're just taking them in its current condition. You don't have to do any more work to the property. We'll take it how it sits. Closing to be held at to be determined. We will be opening title by Monday. My transaction coordinator handles all the title stuff, so she'll figure out who we're going to use, and then you'll be notified by Monday, basically, who we're going to be going with title.
Okay.
Yeah, and then contracts contingent upon clear title and final inspection of the property by buyer or buyer's agents before closing, and that the property is suitable for buyer's needs/plans.
All right.
And then if the property is rented, rents will be prorated as the date of the sale. Security deposits will transfer at closing on settlement statement. Seller to provide all lease and docs within 5 days for buyer to review. I don't need any leases or docs from you because we're going to be getting it vacant. So we'll just coordinate as we get closer with what's going on with the tenant.
Right. Okay.
And then seller to provide buyer with permission to access property solely for purposes such as evaluation or repairs needed, appraisal of said property for securing financing, and professional advisement on resale of the property. If the property is vacant, Seller shall provide buyer with the key to access property specifically for the reasons above. And then seller understands buyer may assign this contract to another person, entity, or trust at closing. And seller agrees buyer may terminate this contract at any time without risk of specific performance, lawsuit, or monetary damages. So essentially, as long as everything checks out, we'll have no need to cancel this. As long as it's in the condition you said, I'm sure we'll be good to go. And you sound pretty honest, so I'm sure we'll be good. And then in terms of access, do we go through the tenant, or who will we be going through to get access into the property and everything?
Right.
Probably the tenant. Okay. I'll have when Priska, my transaction coordinator, calls you, I'll just have her coordinate with access and everything to get that figured out.
All right, no problem.
Okay. And then seller warrants, they don't know of any city, county, or local government issues, liens on this property, which might be pending. So there's no liens or anything crazy on the property, right?
Right. Nothing like that. We'll take care of the details.
Okay.
Give you a clear title of the property.
Perfect. And then any furniture, fixtures, attachments, or debris located in or around the property not moved or removed prior to closing become ownership to the buyer, and then buyer to take possession of property upon closing.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any way you could just click the sign button from your phone? It's literally electronic signature. All you have to do is just click the button and then put in your phone number, and we're done.
Well, I just like that I'm driving right now. At this moment, I don't want to mess around with anything. Give me a chance to keep back home. I check out my computer and then I'll open it up and I just.
Okay. There's no way you could just pull over really quick?
Really, I had to be this time. I don't want to waste, especially with the traffic.
I got you. Well, you're going to an appointment or something?
Yeah, I got to go real quick and I have to go pick up my granddaughter too.
Got you. When you get there, is there any way you could just get it done then, just so it's done before the day?
Yeah, I will do that, yeah.
Okay. So is it okay then? I'll circle back in like an hour or two, just make sure everything's good to go?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, perfect. And then basically, once we get everything signed, Priska's going to be reaching out. She's my transaction coordinator. She'll basically just confirm all the info I've already gotten, and then basically just schedule pictures that we'll be needing within the first 48 hours. Usually, the quicker we can get it, the better with everything. And then from there, we'll just do a couple walkthroughs and kind of get the thing closed from there.
Done.
Perfect. Okay, well, I appreciate you, my brother.
Okay, let's take care.
Okay, you take care, man. Bye-bye. Drive safe. I had to go for it, guys. I mean, he obviously is going to pick up his granddaughter. If you guys heard before we went on hold what was going on, that was it. But I think we have a deal. That one's going to be a contract. Hopefully a little 20K spread. Get the fucking thing done and close a deal out in Chicago. So let's see what we can do with that one and get it going from there. Hold on. So we get that one done. Let me make one more call and then I got to get out of here. Well, actually, let me just get this guy first. All right, if he doesn't sign it, he's getting a call at 2:45, guys. But something's telling me he's just going to sign it. Maybe you can have to call him back, but we will see. We will see. Now it's this guy's turn. We getting it, bro?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
He didn't sign yet, but we know he's going to sign. Mauricio, come on. Come on. I'm getting you more to Dispo. Let me call your boy really quick while I'm on the live.
Two, five, three, five. Two,
Mauricio, it's not going through.
two, five.
This shit's like off or something. We're gonna have to text Mauricio. We'll figure it out. But guys, I gotta get out of here. You know I ain't leaving you without a soapbox. You guys need to stay consistent, stay persistent, and not lose hope in what you guys are doing. There's gonna be days and weeks that you get your ass kicked in this business. And the only thing that matters is can you get up and keep pushing forward, keep making the calls, keep looking to improve, and stay coachable. If you guys can do that and you do it over time consistently, it's not going to happen overnight, but eventually you're going to get the results that you strive for. So just make sure you guys just stop being soft when it's going bad. Get harder with it. Like, just understand this shit's a process. It's like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once and fucking work out once and you get a six pack. It takes years and years and years and a perfect diet and straight consistency to get the results you really want. The same thing goes into wholesale and real estate. It's going to take time, but if you're willing to give it the time and allow it to work out and you stay consistent and you don't get soft and fucking quit, then I promise, guys, you will be successful. You can be living in Colombia, living anywhere around the world doing this fucking business. As long as you have your phone, Wi-Fi, and a computer, you will get it done. Everybody go have a good weekend, and we will have more deals assigned, higher numbers on this board by Monday. So I will see you guys on Monday. Peace the fuck out, y'all.